Today, I want to speak to you about the purpose of life. You see, as I've traveled around the world, I've discovered that there are really three kinds of people when we talk about purpose. There are people who have no purpose in life and they're really lost. They're like a person who's in the middle of a major city in the world, somewhere like Delhi or Moscow or New York or Beijing, and they go up to a policeman and they say, "Sir, I'm lost. Can you help me find my way?" And the policeman says, "Well, where do you want to go?" "I don't know." Well, if you don't know where you're going, the policeman can't help you. And you see, a lot of people are just like that in life. They're born, they grow up, they go to school, they get a job, they get married, they have children, they grow old, and they die. And they don't know why they're here. They just go through life lost, not really knowing what life is all about. No purposed persons. Then there's a second kind of person, and that is a person who has a purpose in life, but it's the wrong purpose. This person is like a person who has a ladder, and they put their ladder against the wall, and they climb that ladder as fast as they can, only to discover when they get to the top of the wall, they put their ladder against the wrong wall. You see, I was like that for a long time. I was climbing the ladder of popularity, the ladder of success, the ladder of making money. But the problem is, when you die, when you come to the end, you can't bring your money with you. You can't bring your popularity with you. You can't bring those things with you. And what you'll discover is that you put your ladder against the wrong wall in life. And there's a lot of people like that with the wrong purpose. Then there's a third kind of person, and that's the person with the right purpose in life. Now, I'm not going to tell you what the right purpose in life is, but I will let Jesus tell you. Do you know what he said? A young man asked him this question. He said, "What is the greatest commandment?" In other words, what one thing does God want us to do with our lives? And listen to what Jesus said. He said, "The greatest commandment is to love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your mind, and all your soul, and to love your neighbor as yourself." That's the greatest commandment. And the second greatest is to love your neighbor. So you see, that's the real purpose of life. If you want to know what God wants you to do, Jesus said that all the commandments could be summed up in those two things. Love God with all your heart and love people, just like you'd love your own self. So you do those two things, love God and love people, and you will find the true purpose of life. And to love Him and to love people comes when you get to know Jesus. He will give you that love. And the more you know Him, the more you love Him, the more you'll do what God created you to do.